Hello students, welcome to InstaOwl Science class, where we believe in democratizing education for all. Students, till now we have seen how beautiful and balanced our environment is, with plants, animals, food chains and energy flow. But along with these natural wonders, there is also a growing concern: how human activities are disturbing this balance. And one of the most important environmental concerns is the depletion of the ozone layer. Students, you might not know, but the moment we step outside into sunlight, there is an invisible friend protecting us from danger. And that friend is called the ozone layer. Now, let me tell you what this ozone is. The air we breathe has oxygen, which is usually in the form of O2, meaning two oxygen atoms combined. But ozone is written as O3, meaning three oxygen atoms together. Now, here's the interesting part. Although ozone is poisonous for living beings at the ground level, it plays the role of a life-saving shield in the upper part of our atmosphere. This ozone layer protects all living organisms from the harmful ultraviolet or UV rays of the sun. Without this protective ozone cover in our atmosphere, the harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun can directly reach the Earth's surface. And this can have some dangerous effects. In humans, it can lead to serious health problems like skin cancer and damage to the eyes. Not just that, these UV rays can also harm crops, reducing their growth and productivity. Even animals are not safe, as excessive UV exposure can affect their health and survival too. But how is this ozone layer formed? Well, nature has its own smart way of protecting us. When sunlight, especially UV rays, hits normal oxygen molecules present in the atmosphere, it breaks them into single oxygen atoms. These free oxygen atoms then combine with O2 to form ozone. This happens naturally and keeps maintaining the ozone layer. In short, the reaction looks like this. O2, when hit by UV rays, breaks into O plus O. Then O combines with O2 to form O3, which is ozone. But then a big question arises. If ozone is formed naturally in the atmosphere, what exactly went wrong? Well, the real problem began when humans started using certain harmful chemicals called CFCs, which stands for chlorofluorocarbons. These CFCs may sound like a complicated term, but they were actually found in many everyday products. For years, they were commonly used in refrigerators to keep things cool, in air conditioners for cooling homes, in aerosol sprays like deodorants and perfumes, and even in fire extinguishers. When these CFCs were released into the atmosphere, they slowly reached the ozone layer and started breaking the ozone molecules. This led to a massive reduction of ozone, especially over Antarctica, creating a scary thing called the ozone hole. Scientists and environmentalists worldwide realized the seriousness of this problem. And in 1987, under the United Nations Environment Programme or UNEP, a global agreement was signed called the Montreal Protocol. Under this agreement, all the participating countries came together and took some very important decisions to save the ozone layer. They decided to control the production of harmful CFCs and eventually completely stop their use in products like refrigerators, air conditioners, aerosol sprays, and other such items. Along with this, countries also agreed to develop safer alternatives to replace CFCs, chemicals that would not harm the ozone layer and would still do the same job effectively. By the year 1996, many countries had already banned the production of CFCs completely. And guess what, students? These efforts worked. Latest reports by scientists show that the ozone layer is slowly healing and the size of the ozone hole has started reducing. Isn't that inspiring? This whole story teaches us something very important. Human activities created a huge environmental problem, but collective human action also helped in solving it. If we can harm nature, we also have the power to heal it. But remember, this healing will only continue if we all stay responsible, aware, and careful about how we treat our environment. And now, let's close this section with our crisp InstaLights recap. First, we understood that humans are an active part of the environment and our actions directly affect it. We then explored how the ozone layer protects us from the UV radiation and how harmful CFCs have damaged it by thinning the ozone shield. Next, we learned about the Montreal Protocol of 1987, a global agreement that successfully phased out CFC production. That's a wrap for this video. Thank you for watching InstaOwl's videos. Bye!